Coach. Thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 2, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 67 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here's Brees to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. K1 short. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
You got tight right there. He's checking.
Shotgun now for Brees. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch. Sammy. Check 52. Easy.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, watch it.
Bang, bang. Easy, opposite.
On the ground, Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Mike, ready. Check. 5-9. Blue draw forces.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Looks good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
At the Saints' 26-yard line.
The set. 180.
Check 47. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
I get it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Check 20.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw is Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Tighten up, tighten up. 21.
Breeze now on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 42 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lux with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch a slap, watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Newton on first down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Throwing again. Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check safety, check safety.
Hey! Check.
Check four.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Minus 54. All day. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Check 3.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Bree's going to come up here, first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Mike, check. 59, 59.
13.
Yo. 59.
Here we go.
Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's get in that hole.
Kill.
5'9", Mike 5'9".
Over.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Close.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Easy, opposite.
Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete.
Breeze pass. Complete to Michael Thomas. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Watch the screen. Ready, take.
Again, it's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Ready? 5-8. Good. Ready?
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Kill.
Switch.
At the Panthers' 8-yard line.
Kamara trying again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal.
He's not going to get me. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
To throw, it's Breeze. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 79 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Gano for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tall.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
First down, Panthers.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. On the ground, this is Kamara. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, easy. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Hey, easy. Keep going, boys. Moving. 11. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Over. 12. 20 seconds.
Now a play fake. Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
4%. 180. Check. 47. Let's go. Let's get this. 8. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Great. Switch gears. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On second down, McCaffrey finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Gun.
56. Got to do better. Come on, QB.
20.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Gun.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And a Panther first down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You got nothing. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 13. Check 13.
Over.
36. Jumper.
Good. High 4.
Now Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
To throw is Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
21. 6-6. Pull it high. Crunch. Let it catch.
Here's Breeze. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 21.
check. 59.
Hey, kill.
Breeze going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Breeze now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. This is caught. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions.
That's exactly
I'm going to stay confident.
where the
keep
fuck is
it.
zone supposed to be, man. The fuck is that? Garbage ass game. Ain't shit open. Smash his ass. Come on. Ooh. Smash. Bow.
Washington. And he is going to be stopped.
Come on, man.
Right
Oh, really? You going to try me like
That's
that?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd
Throw it!
goal.
Ah. Nigga, I want you to throw that shit.
6.
Come on.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This Carolina defense looking to keep them out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal.
Pick it, nigga.
Line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal.
Unbelievable, man.
By a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just
oh, come on, man. I didn't know we could do that.
This close
I thought it was,
chance.
I guess it's 4th and under 5. Damn,
right here. The clock's dwindling.
Running out of plays, cuz.
Let's go get it done.
I don't got shit else to pick.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter.
Hell no.
As he'll go for it on 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Breeze to throw for it on 4th.
God, nigga, that's where you're supposed to be.
Saints. Latavius Murray there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 32-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, that's good. Check three.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
Hold it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. McCaffrey following the penalty. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You got tight. Sammy.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check 52. 0-2. 54.
From the 41, Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. How you getting ahead? Over. Jam.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
47 to Mike, boys. 47. Check. 47. I got it. Why? Get there.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
186, right there, 56. I got you.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having 3 and 3, do you alter your offense?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Thomas, the intended target. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot, maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
They're running, man.
You're good.
They'll try to counter with Washington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Yellow lady.
Let's go. Single.
Single, single. Check 13. Check 13.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively.
That's it. 180. Check flag 47. Oh, you got deep.
They'll run again here with Artis Payne. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Cam's going to run the option right. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Mike's 47. On the ball. Check 9.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Still a few inches short of the 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Artis Payne. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Artis Payne. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Go, go, go.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gano for the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Panthers 55, Saints 24.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Murray. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run the counter. It's Washington, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Murray. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.